Hello and welcome to KamenRider Blackman. Hey, check out my goatee. And I got my hair done. Blacks and greens tier list. Hey, today, blacks and greens. Whew, another Power Rangers tier list. So let's get started. Starting off with the first original Black Ranger, Zach. Alright. Of all honesty, y'all are gonna question me for this, but I want to put Zach in either. No, I want to put Zach in B, because yeah, I know we all know what we all say about the original Mighty Morphin team. They they didn't really have much personalities or development, for that matter. But Zach at least had somewhat of a personality. He was the fun guy. He was that friend that you can actually talk to. And Zach, he's my personal favorite of the original five. But he's that one character but like I said, he's that one friend that's the fun spirit that you can honestly go to for a serious conversation. Not to mention, with Zach, I don't know, with me and that character alone, we just have some things in common. We're both black. We both like girls. And we both at one point had dreads because I'd cut my dreads off recently, and Walter Jones, he had dreads in season 2. But yeah. But for Zach's character, I'm willing to put him in B because he does have good moments. And I don't know, with him alone, like I said, Zach, he didn't get much in terms of further development, but he does has his own focus episodes. And I think, in my opinion, Zach's on best moment as to why I would want him in B tier is in the second half of Green Candle, where he has to talk Jason down into giving up on getting the green candle to save Tommy's powers, or else Tommy would lose his life in an actual Megazord fight, so they all had to go help him. So I will give Zach that credit there. And yeah, like I said, I'm willing to put Zach in B. I would in A because bias reasons, but I'm going to be fair. And so, next, Chase. Chase is actually quite interesting. Same case as Zach, either A or B. Because Chase totally does have a personality. He's a bro, but he is serious when he needs to be, as seen in his focus episodes, where he needs to drop his douche attitude to take something seriously, and he will fall through. Well, now I don't know, go through, you know what I mean. Anywho, even with his negative traits, I still think Chase is a good character because of how, well, realistic he is in some cases. Like, he feels like a real person. And I say B tier for the most part. Alright, let's put him in B tier. So next, Zach in the 2017 movie. Okay, now he honestly might go. Ludi Lin as Zach is good, but he didn't get a lot in the movie, so I think he might go to C tier. I still like his acting and the character that at least was there, but from the 2017 movie, yeah, unfortunately he didn't get much there. But he was fun. So yeah, and I respect that. All right, next. All right, Damon. Let's see here. Damon. Where do I want Damon? Damon is either, in my opinion, A or B, if only because he was actually, because he's a mechanic, that actually makes him pretty useful for his team. Like, if they need any vehicles or something repaired. So that's at least useful. So for Damon, I'll say A or B. Huh. How about B? Like, Damon's not bland. It's something. Damon's not bland. But, I don't know. I'm thinking about now. It's either A or... I think B is sort of fine. Alright, next. Joel. Now, Joel, I think, should go in A because, unlike the first three in B, he has a personality that further develops He has a personality that develops more and more and more as the show as his show goes on. Yeah, he started off as a bit of a jerk, but he grew past that and started to be more serious, more dedicated to the job, and he starts dropping a cool guy act to be more mature. He actually grew up some in his own show, and it shows at the very end, or at least later on, once he... Well, it just shows. And hey, he managed to score a date with Miss Fairweather, which Marcus Digital says that all the times that he tries to pursue her would have been considered sexual harassment in the workplace. Like, yeah, but Joel, he's ultimately a good guy at heart, and it shows. And he's not just, and like what I said, compared to the first three that are at B tier, his personality changes, and heck, he has a personality that develops throughout the show. So next, Trip, Time Force Green. For Trip, I say... Honestly, for Trip, I kind of want to say A or B. Because, actually, Trip was actually pretty useful. Because he was the tech guy. He invented stuff as well as repaired things. Not to mention he was an alien, so that he can actually foresee the future or just use use special powers to see things anyway. He basically kind of has like a third eye and can sense or do anything, which is actually pretty useful. And he actually had a moment in Time Force as well, where he actually stood up to Eric for an alien who committed no crimes. Well, the alien did commit crimes, but no big serious crimes. So, for Trip, I'll say A or B. He wasn't stuck in one spot Maybe A, because Trip wasn't stuck in just one spot the entire time. Because his kind nature actually reaches out to people. For example, it reaches out to Nadira towards the very end of Time Force. So that's something. I'll say A. Like, I'd rather put Trip in A and not S because I prefer not to overhype this character, because one of the tones that Time Force touches on is racism, and that one focus episode of Trips with that alien that he defended, yes, that's one of those moments where Time Force touches on racism, and it wasn't bad, but I didn't just want to define Trip by that, because he does have other things to him that makes him pretty neat. So next, Bridge. For Bridge, I'll say A or S, because he's the one Green Ranger on this list that makes it to another color. Not to mention, Bridge is just, well, quirky in a good way. Like, he's so weird, but you can't hate him. He's such a life of the party, and he's a pretty dang good detective as well. So for Bridge, I want to say A or S. Fair enough. It's a tough... Oh my god. It's actually quite a tough one. Well, like I said, Bridge is the only character on this list that actually... He's a Green Ranger that became another color as well. Well, he became the Red Ranger, as well as Blue. Bridge is... It's actually a tough one to decide. You want Bridge in A or S? I personally like Bridge. Maybe just put him in A for now. If I change my mind, I'll do it later. So, Xander. Now, I have no idea who watches my show. I have no idea who watches this and actually likes Mystic Force. And so, with this character alone, I don't know, he's not the worst thing ever. So, I'll say at least B tier, because it's something. Oh, and for Xander's character, he's alright. He's from New Zealand. Yeah, he's a bit narcissistic at moments, but that's about it. He means well. That's all I can really say. I don't watch Mystic Force that often. Anywho, Ziggy. Oh, I'm very curious about how people are going to react to this. I've rewatched RPM recently, and yeah, not gonna lie, Ziggy, he at least deserved, and believe it or not, Ziggy somewhat deserves S tier because, sorry, dude stole from the mob. Nah, scratch that. Dude had the balls to steal from the mob. And when the mob caught him to beat the living daylights out of him, dude had the balls to still dude still had the balls to not rat out. Okay, how do I explain this? Dude stole from the mob, and he still didn't open his mouth about what he did with all that equipment and whatnot. Which what he did was gave it to an orphanage of sick kids. He refused to open his mouth and had the balls to say he'd do it again. Dude has the balls. Believe it or not, he has the balls. Let's go on to the next character now, because I don't feel comfortable saying that a guy has testicles. Anywho, Mike from Samurai. Okay, now, I'm putting any hatred I might have for Samurai aside to focus on this character, because I don't think he was basically just like his counterpart from Shinkenger. And so, I don't know, for Mike, either A or B, honestly, because the character at least had development throughout the show. Now, it's for Mike, like I said, I'm putting hatred aside, either A or B. I'd say A or B. How about B? Alright. Let's put him in B. So next, Riley. A tier. And I mean it. I would want Riley in A tier. I think he was a pretty good Green Ranger. He was the swordsman before gold, as well as a pretty smart guy. Heck, his intelligence actually was useful in some episodes. I can't particularly give an example, but if my memory serves right, he came up with the idea for the end of season 1 to, if they want to get the purple energem back, bring the fight to Sledge and go to his ship and get it. Give him credit there. And so, Adam. I'm not. Well, Adam, I'll say B tier. I know. Adam's not an A tier. He should be an A or S. But Adam, what really did he do? And personality-wise, how do you describe him? Like, and here's the weird thing, too. I kind of like Adam in Zio because he had some stuff to do. Like, I like that one episode, Fighting Spirits, where he took up boxing, as well as, yeah, like, stuff like that. Like, from there, it put it, like, from that one episode where Adam wanted to learn boxing, it put the idea in my mind that Adam was, well, adaptive. Well, that's basically how I can describe it. How long have I been on for? 17 minutes. As he at least, he mentored another guy that was on this list. So, B. And came back for Once a Ranger, so once again B. Next, the Black Alien Ranger. I'm not gonna put him in absolute trash. I'm just gonna put him in D because who is he again? Heck, I can recognize his actual. I can think about his actual actor for having more to him than. No, I really can't. Anywho, Carlos. I kind of want to put Carlos in either C or D because really can't think of anything for Carlos in terms of personality. Mind you, Zach is in B tier, and people say that the original team didn't really have personalities or development. Carlos, I can't think of what personality Carlos really is, has, and just can't really think of anything. He's just, yeah. Let's put him in D. So next, Danny. Yeah. Nope, not there. There. Yeah. Yeah. Danny just. Yeah. He was a bitch. Yeah, I like this suit though. Anyway, next, Tommy. Ray Hayes, if you're watching this video, like, you already know what it is, like, for Tommy. And I'm just talking about for him as the Black Ranger, and not the other colors he's been, just solely as the Black Ranger. He deserves to be an A tier. I mean S tier. Really, for Tommy, he's come full circle actually, as not just as a Power Ranger, but also as a mentor for his own team that he created. And once he became a Ranger, he was still pretty dang useful. He wasn't there a lot of the time. Well, he was there when he needed to be to help his students, and then knew when not to be there so that they could take over. It's actually being a teacher and letting their students, well, perform, do better, be great. Pretty much that. Like, and Tommy is, well, he deserves to be up here. Pretty much. He deserves to be an S tier. Unlike the next guy, who, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Just, yeah. Will deserve to be on there. And, moving on, Jake. Actually, I want to do Dylan first because he's already going to be an S tier. And I was just thinking to myself earlier, like, who would be where on this list? I totally forgot about Dylan and Tommy. Yeah, Tommy definitely be here, and so would Dylan because, yeah. I want to say Dylan is like a more censored tone. I want to say Dylan is a more censored version of Guy from Jetman. Like, he's the cool guy, the bad boy. The only difference is that he doesn't get stabbed to death and is a cyborg. And he has his own storyline, which explains a bit of his behavior. And it worked out pretty damn well. And heck, half of the freaking show was about him, so hell yeah. Of course he's gonna be up this high. Alright, so last one. Jake, Megaforce Black and Super Megaforce Green. I kind of want to put him in either D or absolute trash because I don't know, what was there really to him? He had a crush on Gia and he liked to play soccer. That was it. He was no more different and was pretty generic, just like anything else from Super Megaforce. So, yeah. Alright, so do I want to change anything? Cork. Well, I want to put keep Corcus where he is, or have him in absolute trash. Can't really put him in absolute trash if you can't really remember much about him. So that's at least being fair. Still want to keep Matt Bridge at A tier, not B tier. Yeah, I guess, because compared to the others, they do it a lot better. And so, that is the tier list. And now I'm at the bottom. So, here's everyone that is on the list. And, yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, share this video. Tell your friends about KamenRider Blackman. I have a Coca-Cola that I'm going to finish off, so see ya.